Okay, so welcome to another edition of Ed Talks with me, your host, Ed, the Executive Director of the Cape South African Jewish Border Deputies. Thanks, Chad. My real name's Daniel, but you know that by now. And we've had some fantastic guests on Ed Talks. It's only Chad now. We've had over 20 or so episodes. And we've had celebrities as well. We've had Gareth Cliff. We've had Heinz Winkler. You remember him, One Idol South Africa.
Wow.
And we've had the mayor. And now we've got our own local celebrity. You guys know him as Ginger with a GoPro. I know him as Chad Nathan. Chad, welcome to Ed Talks.
Thank you so much for having me and for actually agreeing to come to one of my favorite spots here in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Saunders Rockpool over here.
Oh, wow. Look, we take a bit of a view here. That's also my colleague Josh spends most of his time on Saunders Beach in summer. So he'll love this episode.
Come for a little ice plunge. Do you ever go in there?
No, I don't. I live in Constantia.
Okay.
I've got a green pool. It's cold enough. Yeah. Exactly. So, Chad, firstly, I'm not a professional videographer. However, I must admit, Chad, you're the first. I've got my new selfie stick, which I can push a button, and our new speakers, which hopefully work.
He's very proud of his new microphones. I did offer to use my professional. He's also very professional. They all do the same thing at the end of the day.
They do. Yeah. But I was a little bit intimidated when you got out of your car and you were like pulling out all these impressive microphones and speaker systems. But we'll see how this goes. So, Chad, let's talk. You've been very busy of late, traveling the globe. You can see from your Instagram account.
Always.
Firstly, how many viewers do you have on social media? Like, what's your biggest platform?
So Instagram's the biggest platform recently with everything that's been going on with helping Sydney, the man on the wheelchair, running on the promenade with them. The Instagram's jumped up by nearly 18,000 people.
Sure. So what are you sitting on now?
120,000 people on Instagram, about just under 96,000 on TikTok.
Yeah.
But collectively, over with YouTube and X and all these other platforms, probably just a bit over 200 and something thousand people. It's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. Ed Talks, we're nowhere near that amount. we might be over 1,000 or so if I look at all the views and that.
But you know what? And what I would say to youngsters or people who are trying to grow on social media, they're like, Chad, I've only got 100 followers, or I've only got 1,000. You know, the whole thing on social is you want to get that first 100, then 1,000, then 10,000. And if people have to visualize, it's just a number on screen, but when you actually have people in front of you, to have 100 people who are listening to you.
Yeah.
That alone is impressive. So you mustn't be disheartened by the number, Eventually they all grow.
So look, that's how we started. My colleague and I, Justin, filmed this at the Constantia Cricket Club on the field. Probably my mom and his mom are watching. And then
Your biggest fans?
Exactly. My mom messages me every week to go, I'm so proud of you.
Boy, I watched you. You're so good.
So proud of Ed. I was I think she wants to rename my birth certificate to Ed Block now. Yeah. So we've also grown, and we've seen it also. You can't be disheartened. You must keep going, and also the content. You want to have some different content, some exciting.
Yeah, you got to always just be consistent. You got to try new things. You got to see what works, what doesn't work. Me in my own world, I started off doing, I love traveling, so it was a lot of traveling content. Then I started shooting fashion. Then I started shooting jewelry. Then I started doing cars. And I was like, yes, I hated doing this, or I love doing this.
Yeah.
And then eventually, 10 years later,
you found your groove.
I found my groove. I was like, people just want to see me run.
But what is it with people? You watch on Instagram and you see people are going to follow what you make for breakfast, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't watch that kind of nonsense.
I know. I think people are just they live vicariously, I guess, through other people. And maybe not everyone has the opportunity to travel so much or to run marathons. So people always come up to me like, oh, Chad, I'm living vicariously through you because I don't have, listen, at the end of the day, I've made this life for myself because I wanted to, travel the world, or I wanted to tick off every country, or, I had a bucket list and I wanted to tick things off and have a very fulfilled life, that had meaning. And for me, that meant to be doing the things that I always wanted to do.
Well, that's amazing. And I think that's a purpose now of Ed Talks, is to let our community, I don't think living vicariously through the board is how I would describe Ed Talks, but to get to see the community, to get to see individuals and people. I mean, they don't get to go, like I said, I went to New York for the Anti-Defamation League Summit. They don't get to see all those international Jewish communities from Dominican Republic. Did you know there are Jews in Dominican Republic?
I didn't, but I actually know that there are Jews literally everywhere you go, thanks to Chabad, honestly.
Well, there's 6 Jews in Syria. There's 1 Jew in Eritrea. Yeah.
Wow.
You should follow, and I'm going to punt this, a guy called Dan Brotman.
In Eritrea.
Eritrea, yeah. 1 Jew. He went there, and there's a Jew there, and there's Jews everywhere, man. Tunisia, you name it. In the places, I don't know if Antarctica's got Jews, but that's another.
The places that you least expect it.
Yeah.
They have probably a little Jew. They have a Jew there. They're probably trying to
a little Jew there.
A little Jew, and they've got making a little minion, and they. I love it. You know, wherever I actually go in the world, I was just in Georgia now.
Oh yeah.
I went to Tbilisi, unbelievable place, and the old town of Tbilisi couldn't believe it. I'm walking, and I look to my left. Least expected to see this. Yeah. I see Jewish writings. I go, oh my God, there's a kosher restaurant there. Then I actually walk out, and I see the whole street is Jewish. Went into a shul. Unfortunately, with what's going on in the world right now.
Did you have to show your ID and all of that?
I nearly had to pull down my pants to shush.
Oh my God. Okay, we're going to have to edit that. Don't worry, we serious in Ed Talks and we rating.
I thought I could be myself.
You can be yourself, we won't edit that, that's fine.
Okay, so wait, no, what I'm saying is that he proper didn't want to let me in. He was like, he didn't think I was a Jew. And I started saying, look, I had a Jewish...
Because there are no ginger Jewish people.
I had I normally have a Magen David in my ear.
Okay,
I have my chai around my neck. I started saying Shema Yisrael. I said, bro, I said, I need to be Ivrit. And like, he's like, where's your passport? I'm like, I don't walk around with my passport. I said, look, I just want to go daven. Like, I can see there are Yids over there. Eventually he let me in, but he says, you need to be very quiet that you're a Jew here. Take your earring out. Sure. It's not safe. And there was on the news that something had actually happened to an Israeli reporter. They came knocking on the door looking for him.
So that actually leads us into the next thing is, you know, we've been talking about our messaging in Cape Town in South Africa is that the rest of the world for Jewish communities is a scary place. Like you being told to remove your earring,
I'm a proud Jew, and
in Cape Town we can be proudly Jewish and we can be proudly visible. I mean, we saw the motorcade in Sea Point yesterday, and there were members of the community that were loud and proudly Jewish, and they were standing up to the Pali rally that was flying through Sea Point. How's it been for you? Because I know you and I first got together in 2024 on UCT. We were filming IW.
Was that
2024? Dude, it sticks in the brain. I remember these days. 2024, because this year's This year's IW was a bit of a damp squid on campus, and last year was also a bit of a damp squid. Soldiers were amazing last year, but in 2024 you were filming.
No, it was hectic. I was scared for my life, and I couldn't imagine what some of our Jewish students, you know, Soldiers is a very small community of South African Jewish students, and it felt like us against the world. And, you know, then the students looked up to me like, Chad, like, you know, and I'm like, I'm just a videographer here, you know, but like, I also want to try, you know, I'm a proud Jew, but because of my platform, also want to try still, like, you know, I needed to, like, can't be too political, you know.
Oh, well, that's it.
I lost a ton of work. I lost a lot of clients. And I lost a lot of my followers. I lost about 5,000 followers.
Was that because of the filming on IW?
That was because of, I think, my political stance that I had taken.
Okay.
And the IW stuff also, it didn't help. It didn't help, but it was scary. I remember were you there?
I was standing literally behind you while you're filming, and one of those guys was shouting at you, we're bringing October the 7th back to your door.
We're doing it again. And then I look back, I'm like, did you hear that? He goes, yeah, we need to get out of here.
Yeah. No, well, unfortunately, that day we did have to evacuate the students off campus. But thankfully, I can tell you since then, whilst UCT's been an awkward space in some areas, Jewish students are free to move around. Last year's IW, I walked across the whole campus with a few students with Israeli flags, and we were loud and proud, which is great. So hopefully that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, sure.
But generally, how's things for you as a Jew in Cape Town? Like now, look at 2026.
I mean, it's been epic. I think I feel very safe. I mean, I don't have I mean, of course I have a kippah at home, but I don't walk with a kippah normally on. But
like, you're not observant, so you wouldn't.
I'm not. I'm not. But like, you know, I'm a super.
Sorry, I'll stop you. My hand's getting sore. Hence the unprofessional videographer.
I'm a super proud Jew. You can walk freely around here. Normally I have my Magen David out. I think that's especially in Sea Point, and even when there are the rallies and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go out to go see what's going on. I mean, I don't really care about it, if I must be honest. I stay indoors. I'm very happy indoors on my Sunday afternoon, whenever.
But by the way, yesterday's motorcade was the first one. Was the first one of 2026, and the first one in probably about a year, which just goes to show that they really, they're in their own little echo chamber, doing their own things, which is fine. They can do what they want to do, but keep it to themselves. But anyway, let's move on. So I think what I want to talk about is the hype that's been happening, obviously, Sydney.
Yeah.
So I've watched your stuff on Instagram. I think it's absolutely incredible. I mean, it was just like, you know when they say it's Bichette, meant to be?
It was fate. It was destiny that
so you were running on the beachfront and you just saw Sydney struggling in the rain and you thought you'd help him out.
I went for my morning run.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, first of all, I got up and I was like, okay, I'm training for the Cape Town Marathon next week. Let me go for a run.
Yeah.
Didn't really feel like going for a run, but you know, when you're running and training, you got to...
Was this the Sunday or the Monday of the storm?
It was the... It was like a...
It looked like a gale force storm.
It was Tuesday. I went out on Tuesday.
Oh my God, you mad. So the Western Cape closes down schools and Chad Nathan goes for a run.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
I went for a run and then I wasn't going to actually go on the road. I was like, I got up, I started about
Sorry, I just want to double check. That person over there isn't like sunbathing nude, but I have to block it out, do we? No? Okay, just checking.
So I started going to my sister, about to walk to my sister to go train in a gym on a treadmill.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, let me go clear my head. I've just come back from Africa Burn. I just need to be me, myself, and the ocean and my thoughts. And, you know, everyone's going through their own stuff. And I just put my rain jacket on, started running, slight drizzle. Then I started running along the ocean, along the promenade. Yeah. Waves crashing over me, roaring ocean. It was actually quite amazing.
Yeah.
I obviously shot content. I document literally everything.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know, my legs are a little bit tired. I'm just going to, instead of going all the way to the Radisson, I'll just turn right where I've never turned right before.
I saw that in your
where the maze is and the train. Yeah. I just went up that one pathway. And when I turned right there, I just saw this man in a turquoise jacket, struggling in the wind, trying to push himself, getting wet. And I was like, oh, let me go offer this Oka lift. Let me see where he needs help to go to. I said, Sydney. No, not Sydney. I don't know his name. I said, how's it, bro? Do you need any help? He looked at me with these eyes. He says, I'd be so appreciative if you can help me.
Yeah.
I said, where do you want to go? He goes, I'll go wherever you want to go. I said, well, mate, we could run forever then. Where do you want to go? He goes, listen, I need to go to the Sea Point Pavilion because that's where I stay. I stay like I sleep under the bus stop. So I think, okay, again, the shit. I needed to turn left at the Sea Point Pavilion to go up my road.
Yeah.
And I said, well, today's your lucky day, right time, right place. I'll give you a lift there. Ran about four and a bit kilometers on the promenade, both getting wet, both braving the storm. We shot a little bit of content. I asked him if he'd like a coffee and a croissant. He said he'd love that. I could see he needed help.
Yeah.
And went to go get it. Not everything was closed. Normally everything's open, but because of the weather, everything was closed besides this place. Got him a hot chocolate. He doesn't drink coffee. Actually found out today he's diabetic.
Oh, jeepers.
Don't know if he should have had the hot chocolate.
Oh, well, I'm sure he'll be fine.
But then got him a falafel from the falafel guy.
Oh, lekker, yeah?
Yeah. So, and then after that, I tried to understand his story. He told me he'd been knocked over by a car, never got paid out by the road accident fund.
Yeah.
He had to get his leg amputated. He's telling me now needs to get the other leg amputated. And I thought, like, let me see what I can do. I've got a platform. I've done this before in the past. I said, Sydney, what's going to make your life easier if I help you? He said he would love a new wheelchair. He'd love some clothes. And he would love a little bit of food.
Yeah.
And you know what? The fact that he never asked for a cent goes a long way. I mean, it just speaks volumes, you know, how he really just needed a little bit of help.
Yeah.
So I said, right, Sydney, I'm going to come meet you back here later. You told me where to find you. You're underneath the bus stop.
Yeah.
I went home. I quickly threw a video together. It took me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I put a Back a Buddy link because I've always got a fundraiser that I have linked in my profile to help people on the streets or people in need or other NGOs. I mean, I just didn't.
And that's still active now for Sydney, right?
Always
we'll
active.
Put it up on the screen,
But like, I mean, listen, I've been raising money ever since I started my platform. And I had about 10,000, 15,000 people. It was during COVID. I was like, okay, if I've got a platform, there's more that I can do than just document people, you know, like every single other influencer, photographer out there. I'm like, you know what, if you've got a platform, use it. Yeah. You know, if you can inspire others to be better, do it.
Yeah. Hold that thought for a second.
And
action.
Action.
Okay, so we took a short commercial break. In that time,
who was our sponsor there?
You were, thanks. No, we put on the backer buddy for Sydney, and I'm trying out the new selfie stick. Is a tripod. So look, no hands, Mom. And yeah, not Chad. There's not a third leg holding the tripod. But anyway, it's a normal. We're back to Ed Talks with the tripod. So Chad, you were saying, so you started the backer buddy for Sydney.
Yeah.
We've seen all the radio interviews that you've done, etc.
Yeah.
as well. So where are you at the moment now? Like,
So
what have you raised? How are you getting the money to?
So at the moment, it's all sitting in a backer buddy account. I've been pulling money out of my personal bank account for him.
I saw you went and you drew $1,000
I
from
drew
the ATM.
$1,000 and then he started handing it out. I said, bro, pay it forward. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I also can just do my part. Yes,
Yeah.
but now I'm actually, because he's asking for the money and I don't really have access to the money,
Yeah.
I've just pulled I just gave him 2,000 now, 1,000.
Yeah.
I've given him 4,000 rand.
So how do you get the money to him eventually?
So eventually I'm going to, he needs a bank account.
Oh gosh, okay.
So,
So you're going to go open up a bank account?
No, it's a bit of a story. So, you know.
Well, maybe there's to any of the bankers that watch Ed Talks. I don't know how many we have.
No, we need like a bank account, needs to be earning interest and I don't want to be able to, I don't want to touch the money.
No, of course
So
not.
I want to sit in the bank account and earns interest.
Give him a card.
Because there's 450 grand in there.
Holy cow.
And we went to go get a wheelchair assessment for him today.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aquazania and the Sweethearts Foundation. They have sponsored Sydney like an 80 to 100,000 rand electric wheelchair.
Wow.
Which is really epic.
Yeah.
Sydney and I went to a spot for lunch.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm like, oh, it's not kosher. I'm not doing that. Doesn't really.
We're the Jewish Border Deputies. We're not the Beth Din. I keep telling people. So it's okay. We represent the entire Jewish community, Chad. So whether you wear a yami or not, whether you have kosher or non-kosher.
No, there was cheese on the burger.
Okay, you didn't have to say that. Okay. Anyway, don't follow his dietary rules.
Moving on. Okay.
Moving on. So you went for lunch.
So we went for lunch.
Yeah.
Sydney shared so much. You know, we really connected on a deeper level. You know, not just like, okay, here's money.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why we connected. And like I want to know more about you. And he shared some of his stories. I mean, Sydney's got a story, eh?
Sure.
Not only, I mean, like, listen, he was dropped out of school in grade 5.
Yeah.
You know, he had nowhere to sleep because he was at his mother's house, but then the one auntie or the brother wasn't paying the rent, and then they lost the house, so then he had to move to the street, and then he was working. And anyway, what the story is that everyone's got a story out there worth sharing.
Yeah.
You know, and Sydney wasn't dealt the best hand out there in life, and he did do some things that he's not proud of, and he did his time, but now he's on the derech, and you know.
And how fortunate that he's bumped into you.
Hashem.
You're the right man in the right place at the wrong time. Unlike Bruce Willis, who was the right guy in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hashem said, Chad, you're going for a run and you're going to be this man's guardian angel, and you're gonna do some tzedakah. You're gonna help where you can. Yeah. And it's, I mean, listen, I've helped people before. Yeah. And I've put it on social media and things they've gone viral, but this
it's just exploded.
It's exploded around the world, and if you go read all the messages from what people said on the back of Buddy, it's so heartwarming. You know, people are, you know, even if you gave $1, people have given 20 rand to 20,000 rand. You know that someone gave $1,000 donation.
Wow,
anonymous.
Amazing.
Shout out whoever you are, but shout out actually
to everybody,
to everyone. You know, every small acts, big kindness, small amounts like.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I think this is an important message. The fact that you're Jewish and he's not is actually irrelevant. It's just two human beings that came together by circumstance, by fate, whatever you want to call it. And you're fortunate in the position where you can help the guy. And through the work that you've done, which is amazing, and kol hakavod to you, despite your cheeseburger, the work that you've been able to do, I mean, the fact you got almost 500,000 rand, you got him his wheelchair. I've actually got someone, for example, I did send you a message that might be able to fit him with prosthetics.
Yes. Who was that?
That's a mate of mine.
Okay,
I won't do a punt now on it, but it will.
I've had a lot of people have reached out to me. Well, not a lot, but this other lady, she lost her. My mother was a double amputee. She said, Chad, I've been waiting for the right moment, and I'd love to gift Sydney my mother's leg. She would have wanted someone to have their own independence and, you know, regain their independence. And there's just everyone, it's insane. The whole of South Africa and the world has rallied You know what?
There's so many people out there like Sydney. He's not unique. Unfortunately, there are thousands of people around our country, and he just happened to be in that spot at the moment, which.
But also, I'll tell you, you know, and what's happening now is that everyone's messaging me for help. Everyone's saying, "Can you please promote this campaign?
Sure.
Can you please help this person?" And you know what? I want to, but at the moment I can't.
Yeah.
But I'm doing my part where. You know, if someone said, wheelchair, I'm like, okay, I'll collect all the wheelchairs. There's so many people that need proper working wheelchairs. So like, there's stuff like that I can do right now. But at the moment, my hands are tired I feel like, you know, I'm like really.
No, you know what? We're just looking around because it's on a tripod. We're just watching that no one runs past and chops the thing. Although the crime in South Africa, I can tell you, Cape Town, my only experience of crime in Cape Town has been not in Cape Town. I was pickpocketed in Hamburg years ago.
Really?
So that's why, like, I haven't experienced crime, but you still got to watch around and hear the stories.
We're going like this. We're trying to do the interview.
We're not watching the people walking.
But we like this.
It's like, who's coming? So look, I think that's an incredible story. We could sit for another half an hour and talk about Sydney. We're going to post stuff on Ed Talks and where the back of buddies, etc.
Thank you.
But I think to get to the last point, because we're talking for 20 minutes now, I mean, we could talk for another. I was hoping to have a cup of coffee, but then Chaz said, let's meet at Saunders.
I'm sorry.
So let me ask you, cup of coffee. You see, he's catching people on the side here. Hey, we're filming, man. What are you doing?
Sorry, we're coming in.
We're filming.
Come in, live interview.
We're filming. Not live, it's recorded. But
come in.
No, don't if you don't want. You can if you want. How's it, guys?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm filming, man. Call me back at 7 o'clock. I'm filming. I'm looking Jackie Chan dead in his eye. Call me back. Call me back.
Are you a professional? We are filming. You turn on your phone.
We'll take a break while
guys. Shout out to Sapford over here.
You're going around the whole Jewish community and beyond. How's it? I'm Daniel.
It's nice to meet you.
How's it? Nice to meet you. How's it?
Shayla.
How's it?
What are you guys filming?
How's it? How are you?
This is a podcast called Ed Talks.
Yeah.
I'm the executive director of the South African Jewish Board of Deputies in Cape Town. So we're doing a little stint on
my little Jewish boy.
Can we also just find Chad a
Jewish girl?
A nice Jewish
shidduch.
I'm going to do so much editing out of this part. I can tell you now.
Wow, this is good.
This must be PG rated. Families watch this.
Why?
My daughter watches this.
This is good.
No, but he said other stuff which I have to remove, I think.
What have you said?
No, nothing really rude.
Good luck with this.
Nice meeting you. And you see, we see lots of people walking past in Ed Talks. It's
great. We have lots of people walking past and doing this. Bad place to record it.
Cheers.
Bye.
I like to leave this kind of stuff in. It's cool.
Yeah, of course. So, it's more natural.
I was going to ask you coffee.
Yeah.
Top 3 coffee places in Cape Town that you go. This isn't a promotion of them, but what's the coffee?
Top 3 coffees. I mean, huge shout out Maggie Lou's. Absolutely banger coffee. 35 Rand, flat white. Love. Another good coffee is. I actually love Arthur's Mini Super.
Okay.
That's also a great coffee.
I like Seattle coffee.
I mean, Seattle coffee is also good. It's not my go-to, but it is also a solid cup of coffee. Oh, and of course, Plato.
Oh my God, my wife's going to love it. She lives at Plato.
Also, you know, he also has a nice coffee. It's Juno.
Okay, I've never been there, but Plato.
Juno's owned by Rory, so shout out Rory.
Listen here, you can't ask me for coffee. I remember years ago, I went to a coffee shop in town.
Yeah.
Years ago, I won't mention. I went with the client, we sat down. The owner walks out with this tray of coffee and he goes, I've just got beans from Kenya and Rwanda. Now, this was like the early 2000s, I think.
Before like coffee was cool.
Before 2010, yeah. And he brought this out and he put it down. And I like to joke and I can be sarcastic. And he says, what do you think? You can see the passion in this guy's eyes. And he goes, what do you think? And I go, oh, you know, you could have given me a Rick coffee. I wouldn't know the difference. Oh, that was the end of the meeting. We left. I still kept the client. I don't know how, but anyway. So Chad, last thing, where's next to you doing the Cape Town Marathon on Sunday?
Cape Town Marathon on Sunday.
How many marathons have you actually done?
Jeez, I've done probably over 20. I mean, I've run my entire life, but I started taking running a bit more seriously, and that's how my page grew by a couple 60, 70,000 odd followers.
Yeah.
Run all over the world. I want to try run a marathon in every country in the world.
Have you done the New York Marathon? I think you have.
I went to New York.
Did you?
And Betway flew me there to go film the New York Marathon for some of their employees.
Okay.
And I was just going to just have a bit of chutzpah and run it, but I thought, like, because of my name, I'm going to get in big trouble.
I've also done the New York Marathon. 2022, yeah.
Wow.
I walked on the side. My mates all do the comrades. So I said, guys, I've done the New York Marathon, and I sent them video of it.
Unbelievable. Did you really do it?
No, are you mad? I can barely do the Couch to 5K app, let alone the New York Marathon. No, don't be ridiculous, man. I try to keep in shape, but round is a shape.
No, but I've got my biggest goal for the year. Look, I was meant to run through an entire country. I had a couple brands that were going to back me, and it was going to be an insane thing. Probably I wanted to run through Madagascar. It was about 1,600 kilometers, 50 kilometers a day. I was
Yeah.
going to run it in 30 something days.
Yeah.
But the logistics, a little bit maybe not so safe. And then
Yeah.
I thought like, oh, you know what? This year is flying by so quickly. My
It
big
is.
audacious goal for the year is
Yeah.
the 100-miler race.
Where's
End of
that?
the year on through Table Mountain.
100 mile or 100 kilometers?
No, 100 mile. I ran 100 kilometers last year.
I saw that.
Now I'm doing
Yeah.
the 100 miler, so it's 160 kilometers, 160 something.
Okay.
Like I think 6 and a bit thousand kilometers, 7,000 kilometers, 8,000 kilometers elevation.
Okay, just whatever time you get up, I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, well, I'll be running for 2 days.
But I mean, Chad, this has been great. I mean, we can talk for another half an hour. It's going to be a bit of a longer episode, obviously. So you want to give a message to people out there, to the community that's out there. I mean, we've come out the last few years. We are proudly Jewish, etc. We're celebrating our way of life. What's a message you want to give to the community?
The message to the Jewish community is always stay true to who you are. Be a proud Yid.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think, the final message I'll always just give off is just, be kind, Lend a helping hand.
Yeah.
Everyone out there has something that they're going through. Maybe you, maybe me, literally everyone.
Yeah.
And, just a phone call away to phone a friend or a family member and just check up on them. It's all about being kind and helping people.
Excellent. Well, Chad, this has been certainly enlightening.
Yeah.
And it's been fun. And my tagline I'm going to end with, unfortunately, based on what you've been telling me about cheeseburgers and that, I still have to say my tagline. But you know what? Hopefully, Chad, you're back on another show. We want to give updates about Sydney and how that's going.
Let's do it.
And we'll share all those information. But from Chad and myself, this beautiful background at Saunders, remember, keep it kosher.
Keep it kosher.